Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State with the kickoff. Field and just about ready to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Florida State's return team didn't help matters out much there. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
On the option. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down.
Get set.
This quarterback part of their running game. Makes it past the marker. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Toss sweep right. Makes a man miss. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Trying to pound their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. Off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Here we go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Across the 15, just destroying his way through the field. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll go to the air. Now improvising. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. A little old-school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. He can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. Now the play fake. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Seminoles are on the move. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. On the option. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Still running at the 40. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Third down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on third down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball, you got to be able to block, but if they want to hand it off to you on third down too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
They'll go to the ground. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Wants to go up top. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Goes to the option. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
Got it.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Get set. Get set.
Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wolfpack. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Dude, you're just thinking hold them to 3, make them kick a field goal, don't let them score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Colorado State is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving Cam the rest of the day off. They're up by 17 over San Jose State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down here for the offense. Give to the fullback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Noles will call on their punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll let one go down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Jackrabbit.
The back goes in motion. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the ring.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Makes the grab on third. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll run the option. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
The Noles will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch, called for and made. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. It couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe...
Got a lot of running room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, NC State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Unloads to the right. It's complete. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. They keep attacking through the air. Sends it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Going for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Yeah, and what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Colorado State is in front. They led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over San Jose State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Ready, go! Ready.
Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
42 Spider. 4-2.
From the gun. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, he's looking downfield. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision
On
making.
the set.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field.
Jackrabbit.
They go to the counter. Afterburner. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Toss sweep to the right. NC State will pick up the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Lasso.
He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And they got him for the...
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He's looking for a man on second down. He's right on target. Makes the grab and he's dragged down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
On target to the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Get set.
They'll throw it on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Green 25.
On second down, he'll fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it on the ground. Wolfpack will get the first down. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal. Probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. You're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Ooh, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, that didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They want to throw it. Got it! Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and goal from the 1, and we'll see if they try it again through the air after the incompletion.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spree a guy free. But pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
He'll set up to throw. He makes a grab. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Defense showing blitz here. The give to the fullback. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the beatdown has ensued.
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Line getting set on second down. They'll go to the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Seminoles will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And incomplete on the deep ball. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass, extending the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open, lived to fight another down.
Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right now.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's caught downfield. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They'll try the run. Touchdown, NC State! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. he takes this from inside. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get them.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Leaves it with the back. Still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first.
Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the pummeling has started. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
2nd down coming up.
Come on, set.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Seminole.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Quarterback will audible.
4-2 spot. Lasso.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. They move the tight end all over. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
And that's a great job by the defense. Exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard, we're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Offense set on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab on the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Fires left. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking for space. It's Toner. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And a nice... The defense finally makes the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Come on, set.
The snap sets up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
On the ready.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. With the run on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Here's a throw downfield late. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
These corners backing off a bit. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.